Hey, this is Brandon from ProPreacher.com here, and I know that things are crazy right now with the coronavirus pandemic that is going on, and a lot of churches are suddenly finding themselves jumping full on into video because of all the things that are going on with shutting down churches, with not being able to gather together in public. So churches are rushing to live stream. They're rushing to put out more daily devotionals, more video content to keep their people engaged, to keep their people connected. So I just thought it'd be cool to show you how I set up and how I film all of my videos here, so that if you're interested or if you're trying to learn more about how to shoot video, maybe you can learn a thing or two or pick up some tricks that I do. Now, I'm no expert by any means, but I've been doing this, learning about it, studying it for the last few years, trying to figure out how to do it best. And so here's kind of the budget gear that I use and the way that I set up videos and the way that I've actually been able to bring my gear to the church that I'm working at now and help all of them get set up and film different videos to shoot out to our community online as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to my phone here and I'm gonna start recording some video so that I can show you my camera setup, since my camera is set up. Here's my camera. If you can see it, this is a Canon M50. I got it set up on just a simple tripod here. This is a Mactrem Carlsbad tripod. You can see that right there. Mactrem Carlsbad. This tripod is a little bit more than I need, but it's a nice quick carry travel tripod, but it works pretty well for me. I can pack it up, I can move it around, or I can keep it here. You can get a basic, like Amazon Basics tripod, as long as it's the right height. It'll do the job for you as well if you're looking for a budget option. So here's my camera. It's set up right next to the couch that also folds out into a bed that's in my office here, in a spare room we have that we also use as a guest room. And so you can see that there. This is kind of what my room looks like. Just a simple little space. I don't know if you can get the full picture from my camera here. There it is, Canon M50. I like it because it's got a nice little flip out screen. It can film up to 4K, although I wouldn't recommend it. The 1080 is pretty good on it though. The 1080 is really great on this camera. I love the flip out screen, love the quality that I get from the Canon M50. You can see that I got a lens on here. It's different than the kit lens that comes with it. It's the 22 millimeter EFM lens. Great little lens, really affordable as far as camera lenses go, and it just does the job. Great piece of equipment. Love this thing. What I love about it most is it goes to an f2, which if you're not a camera person may not mean much to you, but if you are a camera person, that means that it can basically just open up really wide, get that really nice blurry background behind you, and shoot well in low light. So Canon M50 with an EFM 22 millimeter lens. You can get both of those on sale. You can get them refurbished if you're on a budget. And one of the better, if you look at camera gear and you're a church, one of the better, more affordable setups as far as cameras goes that I really recommend if a church is just looking for a good DSLR type camera for shooting pictures and for recording videos, kind of like I'm doing here. This is a great one. If you're doing live stream, don't get this camera because it shuts off after about 30 minutes of recording, doesn't record continuously. However, for everything else, for any other kind of video project, great piece of gear. Well, now you've seen the camera that I use when I set that up to record. The next thing I use is a microphone. Now, the microphone is actually, you can kind of see it on the top of the screen here. I did that on purpose, but you can kind of see it. It is a Deity D3. You can see I set it up on a little boom pole and I put it actually right above my face, as close to my mouth as possible, because that's how you get the best audio. And it's right here, like right above my head. And if I can lower it down just a little bit, it's almost right in front of my face, if you can see that. And so what I do is I kind of set it right up here just above the frame where you can't see it. And then I talk, so it's like right literally within like a finger length away from my mouth almost, so I can get the best audio possible out of it. So this is it right here, the Deity D3. Now I'm going to take this off so we can try to see it. Bear with me. So this is my audio setup. It's a Deity D3 microphone. Love this microphone. What I love about this microphone really is, there's so many things I love about it, but sorry if the audio is a little bit off because I'm not right below it. But what I love about this microphone is it's like a mini shotgun style microphone. So what that means is it doesn't record as much around here, but it kind of records whatever it's directly pointed at, just like they would use in most major film companies. And I could put it on a little, this is just a simple mic stand. This is just an Amazon Basics microphone stand. Now, if you are working at a church, you probably got a lot of microphone stands sitting around in your church, so you may not even need to pick one of these up. But I just got this one because it's cheap and it does the job. And I just extend it up really high, stretch it out over, and put this mic on it. And it holds up really well because it's just a very simple, lightweight microphone that's made to sit on top of cameras, or even, believe it or not, you can plug this thing into your phone. So if you're looking for audio for your phone, I would even recommend the Deity D3 for your phone. So there you go. That's the microphone I use. Love this microphone because I can stick it right on top of my camera, mount it right directly on top, or put it on a boom pole like this with just a really long cord. Let's see if you can see that. You see I got it plugged into this cord here, and it kind of goes all the way just around the pole, down onto the floor here. And then I just run it up over to the tripod. You can see it right here. I've got it on the tripod stuck around and plugged into the side of my camera. So that's all I do. Real simple. It does the job. Works out pretty good. That's my audio setup. Let me talk about lighting next. The thing I do with lighting is this thing right here. You see this giant glowing orb? What this is just something I found. Somebody, I was looking online to try to find lights, and lights, believe it or not, the LED lights, video lights are really expensive. So I was looking for a cheap solution, and what I found was this, and this works out really well for me. Turn off the lights in my room. Okay, there you go. What this is this is just a cheap China ball style, like paper lantern light. And I bought this cord here that just runs down. I plug it into the wall. And I bought this cord here on Amazon. I'll link to it in the description if you're interested which one it is. It's just a basic light bulb cord. And then I stick it on another Amazon basic mic stand as like a boom pole. And then if you look down inside, what you see, it's basically like a 3-pronged light bulb adapter. Let's see if I can show it better from here. There you go. It's just a 3-pronged light bulb adapter, and I've stuck some Philips LED light bulbs on there. These ones were recommended because they're some of the better color for video. They do a real great job. I love these things. It's worked out really well. So I got 3 of these LED light bulbs on the end of this 3-bulb hanging cord. And then I bought this cheap paper lantern to put over it. And the reason I do that is because that helps diffuse the... Whoa, I broke it. Oh no, see? Told you it's cheap. This is what happens when you're on a budget, right? Spent my money on audio and camera gear and decided to DIY the lights. One day I'll get a nicer one. But this is just a really cheap, really great light. What it does, I love this China ball because basically it diffuses the light really well. What that means is it makes it really soft on your skin, makes it look really good. Not so harsh, not so like you're staring directly into the sun, but a really nice soft glow like you get on more of a cloudy or day. Just looks a lot better for video and makes the video look a lot softer, a lot nicer. Helps make me a little bit more pretty than you do in some of this. This is like a harsher, like normal. I mean, look at the color. This is just the ceiling fan light I've got. I mean, it totally changes everything. A little bit more harsh, a little bit more orangey glow. So I like to use this light instead. All right, there it is back on. So when I'm set up, that's what this looks like. It's just, I sit in a little computer chair here. I frame up my shot with my camera on the tripod. I just stuck it back on. I got my microphone right up here, right above me. You can see it. I've got my China ball makeshift video light right off to the side, as close as I can get to me to get a really nice glow. But just far enough out of the frame where you don't see it in the video, and it's just hanging right there. And then I'm filming. Behind me, I just got a nice simple little light bulb I put on there. I got a dimmer on it to make it real dim so it's not too bright. That's just my desk setup back there. I'll do a video on that again on my updated desk setup one of these days. One other thing that's really cool that I recommend, I got it here in my pocket. I just picked this thing up. This little bad boy is really cool. This is an Aputure. Let's see what it says on here. Aputure ALM9, and this is just a really small portable LED light, and it comes with this little stand, so you can slide it on top of your. Let's get it in focus. You can slide it right on top of your camera, mount it if you want to. So if you're looking for a light solution, you can just mount it right on top of your camera if you want. You pop this thing on, and this is as low as it goes right here. But this bad boy is actually really, really, really powerful. Let's turn off this light so you can kind of see the difference. All right, there's my video light off. Here's the aperture. I can pop this thing. This is the lowest setting right now. All right. So this is what it looks like with the light pointed at me. Off, pop it on. It's actually a pretty decent light. You can use it. Now watch this. I can crank this thing up. There's little settings on the side. It can go real bright. This is as bright as it goes now. So look at that. Lights up the whole room behind me if you see that. And I just use this thing sometimes if I want a little extra lighting, or if I'm in a pinch, I want to stick it on top of my camera. I love that it's adjustable. I love that it gets super bright. It does a really, really good job if you need it in a pinch. Or one of the really cool things about it, since it is so small, you can stick it behind, get like a cool glow behind you. I could stick it up in my bookshelf. It's just a cool little light you can use for a lot of different practical reasons. Super handy, super portable. I'm gonna pop the main light back on. Woo, all right. I'm starting to blind myself. Jeez. So there you have it. That's kind of how I film all of my videos. Now, I didn't get into all the details of my camera settings. Right now, I'm filming at 24 frames per second. My aperture's at f2. I'm filming at an ISO of 160 right now. A lot of times I'll dump it down to 100 if I got enough light. Yeah. Anyway, so there you have it. Now, if you're interested in how I edit my videos, I'll throw up a video too coming soon of how I edited this video, and I'll show you that as well. So hopefully this helps you out. Like I said, this is my setup. I've been putting together little bits and pieces. If you price out all this stuff, it might overwhelm you. I don't know what your church budget is. If you're filming, a lot of you are probably just pulling out your phones right now. And if there's one piece of gear, if you're using your phone, if there's one piece of gear you get, I would highly recommend just grabbing a Deity D3 microphone. This thing can plug, it's a smart one. It can plug right into your camera and recognize it's in a camera. And it can also plug right into your phone and recognize when you're shooting on a phone. So it's super versatile mic. If there's one piece of gear you pick up right now, get this microphone. Seriously, one of the best things I've ever bought. Only $100. It's super, super helpful. Plug it right into your phone. Obviously, you need an adapter if you got a newer iPhone that only has the little lightning port, but you get the headphone adapter, plug it right in, and you're good to go. Secondly, I would invest in some good light, even if you just build a little DIY light source like I have made for myself. And then finally, get yourself a good camera. That's going to be one of the most expensive things you buy, but you can also invest in a really decent one. You can get a good one now, like this Canon M50 for pretty cheap. Get it on sale. Get a decent lens that's like an f2, like this 22mm one I got, and you're ready to rock. And you can put a lot better quality, professional looking videos together on a pretty affordable budget. I mean, if you price all this stuff out, you can probably get it all for under $1,000, and you'll be ready to rock. So there you go. That's my camera setup. Hope that helps you out. Stay posted for another video on how I edit all this and put it all together coming soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.